And it's time once again for the Bias Sports Report. So it's going to be the Colts and the Saints in the Super Bowl in just a couple weeks' time. I wonder how much fun good old Brett Favre had yesterday. Now, he's getting a lot of heat today for that last interception. Keep in mind, they wouldn't have got that far without the great play from Brett Favre. But Adrian Peterson fumbling the ball over and over again didn't help. Pulling a Rough Riders and having too many men in the huddle, that didn't help. Cost him a field goal that would have won the game. But definitely, Favre chucking when he should have ran it 5 or 6 yards definitely didn't help. He's not a gunslinger. They call him a gunslinger. He's a chucker. That was a chuck. He should have just ran. 4th down, got in a field goal range, go to the Super Bowl. There's already speculation on whether or not Favre will be back next year. Right now, he says it's, quote, highly unlikely that he'll play football again. Knowing Brett Favre, though, he'll string the Vikings along through the draft and into training camp because that's just what Brett Favre does. 57 million people in the U.S. watched the Vikings lose to the Saints last night on Fox. Now, if only hockey on NBC could get those kind of numbers. And I was watching NBC yesterday, the hockey game, and I'm wondering to myself, is it hockey that Americans aren't getting? Or is it the dribble out of Pierre Maguire's mouth during these broadcasts is making Americans think, yeah, this sport sucks, I'm not watching this? It may be Pierre Maguire. Because here in Canada, we put up with him because we love hockey. Down there, if you're not a diehard hockey fan, you're not going to sit there for 3 hours and listen to this guy and his observations. You notice how Shea Weber passes the puck directly to his teammate? That's good hockey. That's good coaching right there. Right? Remember this gem he said to Dutch on TSN?
You're an announcer with a long stick from time to time.
Who says that to their coworker? You got a long stick. That's inappropriate. Edmonton Oilers defenseman Sheldon Surrey says he's considering waiving his no-trade clause. He gave Oilers GM Steve Tambolini a list of teams he'd like to play for. The list includes every team but the Edmonton Oilers. Basically saying, get me the hell out of here. Here's the list. He just handed him a list with all 30 teams with Oilers crossed out. That's what he did. Flyers forward and Portage La Prairie boy Aaron Asham is accusing Penguins forward Matt Cook of biting him yesterday. Asham said, quote, I've got no respect for him. You wish a guy had a little more class, but that's every game with him. You think you bite someone, you have to fight back, but not this guy. He's a chicken. That was a rough game yesterday, Pittsburgh and Philly. Sidney had his bodyguards on the ice. We call them referees. Seriously, whenever somebody gets in Crosby's face, the refs, like, get right up in their grill. Hey, you can't touch him. This is a hockey game. You can't touch him. And then Crosby skates to the bench. Happens every game. Sunshine Girl Danielle is 19 and has a pit bull named Deuce. I'm not sure what she's doing with her shirt in the picture. I guess she thinks she's Hulk Hogan. She's trying to tear it off. That's it. I'm done.